we have discussed about, in the last class, we have discussed about the purpose for offering this particular course, and we have seen that what we are going to discuss in our all succeeding sessions related to this course. So today's topic is substance and its properties. So these substances are the fundamental realities of which the whole universe is consisting. So we will discuss about substance and its qualities and how many substances are there, what are the fundamental qualities, and what is the role of these substances in making this cosmic structure. So I'm sharing my presentation first, and then we can start our discussion. So as I have said that the topic of our discussion of today is substance and its properties. So let us start thinking about the universe. What is the universe and who has created it? So the first question is, who is creator of the universe? The answer, according to Jainism, is that there is no one who has created this universe. The universe is beginningless, it is eternal, it has always been there. Though it doesn't remain in the same form in all the times, its form keep on changing. It is not always the same. The second question, who controls the universe? According to Jainism, no one is controlling the universe. Universe is being regulated by its own natural laws. And nowadays, modern science is talking about so many laws which are working behind the cosmic process. So there is no creator or no controller God. Why it is so? Because Jainism believes that the fundamental elements or substances of the universe are eternal. They are self-subsistent. They are not created by anyone. They never cease to exist. And that's why there is no need to have any creator behind them, because they are eternal. They are existing from all the times, from the time immemorial. So what does the universe consist of? What are those eternal elements? So everyone is aware of two broad visible constituents of the universe, which are known as living beings, whom we see in our surrounding, and all the material stuff which we use in our day-to-day life. So these are very clear to us that these two realities are existing in the universe, and the living beings are especially those who have life, and life exists not in one form but in very different various forms. And that's why we see biodiversities among the living beings. And in the same way, matter is also not existing in one form. It is also keep on changing and taking different shapes in different conditions in different times. So we will discuss all these in detail when we will come to the living beings particularly and the matter particularly in our succeeding discussions. Now we have to see that these are the two fundamental realities with which we are quite familiar. We are in contact, but there are certain other realities or fundamental elements which are also working in the universe, and they are space, time, the medium of motion, and the medium of rest. So in this way we find that there are 6 such fundamental realities which are self-existent, eternal, not created, and they are self-subsistent. So we shall study all these components of the universe in detail in different lectures. Here we are taking just a general overview about the substance, what is substance, what is its qualities, what are the fundamental qualities. So our special attention shall be on living beings, because we know that among the 6 basic elements or fundamental realities, the living beings are also playing very prominent and crucial role in creating this visible world. And Jainism is very much deep about, have very deep knowledge about the living beings, about the soul, its spiritual growth, and its worldly existence. So we shall study different forms of life, working of the life system, and address questions like why life exists, how life should be lived, and what is the purpose of life. We shall also study relationship between living beings and matter, the issue of environmental preservation, and that will come in our different other lectures. We see that constants of the universe are different kinds of substances. Substance is a technical term of Jain philosophy having a special meaning, and it should be clearly understood. This universe is made up of substances known as dravya in technical term, or you can say in philosophical term, and the meaning is fundamental realities. So substance means the fundamental realities which are the original entities of the universe, and they are playing crucial role in making the whole gamut of the universe. Now we see that what is substance. So the definition which is given in the Jain scriptures, in the philosophical text, is that a substance is capable of eternal, continuous existence throughout though infinite succession of origination and cessation. It means that the substance is undergoing so many changes. In spite of that, it always continues its own existence. It never loses its identity in spite of undergoing so many changes in different conditions, in different times, and in different space. Now we would see that a substance is also considered as the assortment of different qualities and attributes. Substance experiences transformation or modification of its state. So origination, cessation represent the transformation of modification of the substance. It means that the substance is undergoing so many changes in different conditions. So all those changes, you can see that at one time the substance is taking one type of form, and another time it is taking another type of form. So these different transformations or modes or modifications or different forms, they represent the quality of the substance as origination and cessation, because one form is taking place or originating and the other one is ceasing at the same time. So all the times you would see that there are certain changes which are going on in each and every substance, and it is changing at every moment. It is taking different shapes in different times. So one shape is going away and other one is emerging. But at the same time, it always exists in both the forms. It means it was in the past form, it is in the present form. That's why the substance is considered as a variable constant. It never loses its own original identity in spite of undergoing so many changes. During this process of transformation, the precedent mode ceases to exist and the succeeding mode originates, but the basic nature of the substance is preserved in the change. So this is called OCP rule. Here you can see how the substance is remaining intact. It changes itself in different times or in different conditions. So here the example of water is given. Water is taking sometimes the shape of form of ice, sometimes it is found in the water form or liquid form, and it's at some temperature it takes the form of vapor also. But water element is the same in all the different forms. You will find always that there is a H2O formula is found, or H2O is always found in all these different forms. Now we would see that origination, cessation, permanence. These are the three main characteristics of a substance. If a substance is really a substance, then it must have all these three basic characteristics, which is known as origination. Origination means origination of new form. Cessation means cessation of the old form, and permanence is to say that the substance is continuing from past to present and to future. So it is never ceasing in any condition. This implies that a substance is neither created nor destroyed, it only changes its form. Anything that does not conform to OCP rule is not a substance. All objects are transitory, permanent. No object is purely transitory or purely permanent. So this is what Anikant, according to Jainism. Each substance is transitory as well as permanent, because it is never losing its own existence, its own identity, in spite of having so many changes, taking so many forms in different times and in different conditions. So thus we have seen that there are three main definitions to understand the substance as a whole. Substance is a real, it is not an imaginary, or you can say such substance which we can just think of and never exist in that form. So it is a real substance, it is a real entity which has existence in true sense. It follows the OCP rule, and therefore it follows the OCP, origination, cessation and permanence rule. It possesses so many qualities. So there are some certain qualities which are primary and some are secondary. So we will talk about that. So here we can say that the substance is that which has some kind of qualities. And next is it has modes. It means it is undergoing constantly changes. So there are certain changes which are taking place at every moment, not after some years or some time, but at every moment there are a lot of changes are going on in each and every substance which is really existing. So qualities are considered to be an element which differentiates one substance from the other. So each substance has its own particular identity, and that is possible because of its particular qualities. So modes and the modes are they are also there in the substance. Modes produce conjugate forms of a substance. So because of the mode quality, the substance is taking different forms. Qualities coexist in a substance. Each substance has infinite qualities. Modes occur in succession. We find that the mango is found in green color when it is not ripened, but when it ripens, then we find that there is yellow color. So green color and yellow color both cannot coexist together. They comes in succession. Green comes first and the yellow comes after. So in this way there are certain changes or certain modes which cannot coexist. They come mostly in succession. Most modes take place both in the substance and in the qualities. For example, we are human beings, so soul is the main substance. It is taking sometimes the form of human life, sometimes it is taking the form of animal life, and sometimes it is going to hell or heaven or to liberation. So it is taking very different forms in different times depending on its karmas or its effort for liberation. Similarly, the qualities are also having different modes or different forms in the sense that when we were a child or we have very little knowledge, very little experience, but as we grow, we get education and we get good knowledge about the things. So the knowledge is increasing with time, with study, with experience, with age. So the quality of knowledge increases when we grow and we get such opportunities to learn about some things. Modes are of two types, intrinsic and extrinsic. So intrinsic mode is known technically as Artha Paryaya. It means it is taking place in each and every substance and it is not visible to us, but it is intrinsic or innate. Second is extrinsic mode, that is called Vyanjan Paryaya technically, and Vyanjan means manifested mode. So we are humans, so this form is manifested and that's why it is known as Vyanjan Paryaya. But this form is also changing at every moment. We are not able to identify that change of one moment. We can see the change after a few years that I have grown up or I have got I become an adult or I become an old person. That kind of changes we can identify only after a few years. But that changes are also taking place at every moment. But that kind of minute changes we cannot identify, we cannot see. Now extrinsic mode is gross and visible, needs an auxiliary cause, for example heat, cold, for water. So extrinsic mode can be manifested, it can be visible and it is gross. It can be accessible to our eyes or senses, sometimes it takes the help of auxiliary cause to come into existence, while the intrinsic mode is just opposite to it. It is not gross, it is subtle, invisible, and it doesn't need any help of any auxiliary cause. So here the examples are given of both the modes. We are in human form, the auxiliary cause is our karmas. The same soul can be in animal form, in tree, or in any other forms of life. So we now study substances. What are the main substances? So as I have already indicated that there are 6 types of substances. One is called living beings or soul, you can say. The technical term for this substance of Jain scriptures is Jivastika or Jiva. So in short, you can say Jeev, or if you want to use the full term, then it is called Jivastika. It refers to Atman, because we are very much familiar with the concept of Atman or Atma. So you can say, and that soul is nothing but it is Atman, and it is associated with all forms of life. Second element, or you can say substance, is matter. It is known as Pudgalastika, or in short you can say Pudgal. It means all material objects and energies. They come under this particular element. Next is space, which is known as Akashastika or Akash. It provides accommodation to all other 5 substances. It doesn't need any accommodation. It is self-existent, but other elements are taking accommodation in the space. So here you can see that the concept of a space is very different from the science. Science understands space as the distance between 2 objects, or the place where the objects are kept. That is considered as a space in science, while in philosophy it is not the place. It is a space in which even the place, we can say the buildings or the cities and all other objects, they are object, and they have taken the support of the space. So it is a very non-physical, non-material element or substance. It is not visible to anybody except the omniscient. Now the 4th substance is called time. It helps substances in time journey. Things are changing at every moment. So change is possible with the support of time. If time is there, the substance are changing. But if time is not there, then they can be stable, stand still, will have no change in them. So time is also a very important factor. Next is medium of motion. This is also known as Dharmastika or the Dharma in short, technically, and it helps motion of soul and matter in a space. We move from one place to another. The material objects also move from one place to another, and they are moving with the support of this particular medium of motion. Though it is not visible, yet it is always available to all the objects which are in motion. Next is agent of rest, which is also known as Adharmastika or Adharma. It helps soul and matter to go in a rest position. We know that the object which is moving, if it doesn't get support of this particular substance, then it will go on or keep on moving and will have not any kind of rest. So for rest it needs some support, and the agent of rest, which is known as medium of rest, is always available to help the object in motion to take rest. All the 6 substances coexist in the universe, and they are also mixed with each other or accommodated by each other. Instead of that, they are maintaining their own separate identity. In spite of being in one and the same space point, all the 6 substances are maintaining their own original and individual identity. It means they never converts into one another. Soul doesn't convert into matter, or matter does not convert into soul. All are having their own identity, which are very much particular and never mixes with any other identities of any other substance. Now we have seen that there are 5 substances except time. are also known as astikai. Astikai means these substances are not just in existence, but they are also spread in a space. So they are taking a space. They have such kind of properties. Because of that, they can extend in a space, or they can spread in the space. So, but time is not like that. It is just a momentary. One moment which is known as present moment, it comes into existence and goes away, never exists. The next moment comes into existence, but it never mixes with the past moment or the future moment. So it has no expansion in space. Matter and soul are active substances. They interact with each other. Other substances are inactive, and they are known as inert substances. They are very neutral. They don't push any other elements to move or to take rest or to accommodate, to be accommodated or to change. They are quite neutral, but they are also existing, and they have their own particular properties. They do not interact with soul even. Soul and matter, these are only two substances which interact with each other and have influence on each other. Other substances, they are quite neutral. They are there, but they have no active role in making this kind of relationship with any other substances. So we have seen that these are the 6 basic fundamental realities or elements. According to science, there are 92 basic elements and 108 around the total number of the basic elements, in which 92 are primary and the other ones are compound, or you can say secondary elements, and they are considered as the basic elements of the universe. And the universe is constituted of all those 108 types of elements according to science. But so far as Jainism is concerned, it says that what science is saying are mostly material objects, and they come under just one fundamental entity, which is known as Pudgal or matter. So all different types of material energies or material objects or elements which have been discussed in the science, they come under one element which is called Pudgal or matter. The other elements are not discussed in the way in science as they are discussed in Jain philosophy. Now we see that there are certain qualities in each of the substances, and because of those qualities, they distinguish themselves from other substances. So what are those qualities? So there are 10 primary qualities or attributes, you can say, or properties. The first 6 are universal. Universal means they are found in all substances, whether it is living or whether it is non-living, whether it is soul, whether it is matter, whether it is the medium of motion or medium of rest, space or time. So these 6 qualities are universal. They are very common to all the 6 substances, and they are found as, and the rest 4 are particular. Particular means they are also common in the sense that they are found in some of the elements but not in all the 6 substances. So a substance in fact is supposed to have infinite qualities, though science also talks about the properties of each of the substances, which it is talking in the sense of the elements. So we have not listed all those qualities which have been discussed in the science, but here we are discussing especially the qualities which have been listed especially in Jain philosophy as the primary qualities of the substances. And primary means they are universal, at the same time they are eternal and permanent features of the substances. So we can see that a substance is having so many different qualities. 6 are very common, and among the 6, the first one is eternal existence. That is called astitva. Eternal existence means continued presence of a substance without going in extinction. By virtue of this attribute, the substance is neither created nor may it ever be destroyed. It maintains its eternal identity. So this is what I have said in the beginning, that all the substances are eternal. Eternal means they are continuing their existence in all the times, from the time immemorial. The second quality, which is called a causal efficiency, technically it is known as vastutva. Every substance is capable of performing a purposeful action. That is called arthakriya. Without arthakriya, nothing can be said as a real substance. So arthakriya is must. Every substance has to play some role in creating something, or it must have some kind of particular function. This happens due to its causal efficiency, which emphasizes the aspect of change in the substance. So here you can see that causal efficiency stands for kind of change in a substance, and we have seen that each substance has various modes. It means it is changing at every moment and after few years or hours. So change is integral in a substance, and the stimulus of change is seated in the very nature of substance. So change is the part and parcel of each and every substance. There cannot be any such substance which is not changing, which is stand still, having no motion. This is not the reality according to Jain view. Next is substancehood, that is known as dravyatva. Substancehood is an attribute by which the mode of a substance keeps on changing continuously. The quality of substancehood enables a substance to be substratum of qualities and modes. So qualities and modes cannot exist without any support. So we have also seen among the definitions that each and every substance is assortment of various qualities and modes. So this is also a fundamental quality of each of the fundamental substance. The next quality, which is fourth one, is called objectivity, and objectivity is technically known as prameyatva. So we see that each and every substance has this quality, and because of that we are able to access to that particular object or particular substance. It means we can know each and every substance because it has such kind of features. Because of that it can come into knowledge of someone or other. There are certain things which are immaterial or non-physical. They do not come in our knowledge, but they can come in the knowledge of the omniscience. So in this way you can see that each and every substance has such qualities. Because of that it becomes the subject of our knowledge. The fifth quality is a spatial existence, and that is the extension in space. So it is called pradeshatva. By virtue of this attribute, substance extends into space. Therefore, its substance has a shape, or you can say extension in space. Last sixth primary quality is eternal persistence, or you can say eternal identity, technically known as aguru lagutva. Because of this quality, the substance remains as it is in its essential nature. It means living remains always living, and non-living remains always non-living. Living never becomes non-living, and non-living never becomes living. Soul never becomes matter, and matter never becomes soul. So by virtue of this attribute, the substance preserves its specific substantial identity, and qualities retain their qualityhood during change. Okay, so our knowledge is changing at every moment. Instead of that, knowledge remains always knowledge. It never converts into any material quality. For instance, here the example of living being is given here. So a living organism is a mix of two substances, soul and matter, and both substances maintain their distinct identity during all changes. One does not reduce to other. So we are combination of soul and matter, or soul and body, but body remains always body in the shape of body. It never converts into the form of soul, or soul never converts into matter. So both are maintaining their own identity without mixing with each other, without any kind of exchange with each other. They remain always in their original form, and in spite of that, they can combine with each other, they can influence each other. Now, there are certain other qualities which I have already said that they are also common to some of the substances, but not to all. But so far as the consciousness is concerned, it is mainly confined to the soul only. It is not found in any other substance. So consciousness is the cause behind our experience. Consciousness provides us power of distinction between ourselves and others. So consciousness is the fundamental or defining quality of soul substance. It is not found in any other substance. But yes, consciousness is very common to all living beings, whether they are humans, whether they are non-humans, whether they are hellish beings, whether they are heavenly beings, whether they are microbes, bacteria, birds, or any other. Inanimate quality, that is called Chaitanatva. So lack of consciousness means inanimate state. So there are other five substances, for example, space, time, the medium of motion, and the medium of rest and time, all have no consciousness. That's why they are considered in the list of inanimate objects or inanimate substances. So inanimate quality is found in all these five substances, and they are, because of that, they are devoid of consciousness. They have their own particular qualities, but not consciousness. Next is materiality, that is called a murtatva, to be physical. So materiality is identified by attributes like touch, taste, smell, and color, and these properties are found only in the material objects, and that's why this quality is also confined to matter only, and it is not found in any other substances. But yes, all the material objects, they are having this common quality. They all are having some kind of touch, some kind of taste, some kind of smell, and some kind of color. Non-materiality, it is also a very common quality of some of the substances. You can say lack of attributes like touch, taste, smell, color is the identification of non-materiality, and this kind of non-materiality you can find in all the five substances except matter. Matter is having touch, taste, smell, and color. So it is not non-material, it is material, but all other five substances, soul, space, time, the medium of motion, and the medium of rest, they all are non-material. They are not having any kind of touch, taste, smell, or color. Each substance has 8 out of 10 primary attributes, which we have discussed so far. So soul has attributes of eternal existence, causal efficiency, substancehood, objectivity, spatial extension, eternal persistence, consciousness, and non-materiality. So in this way you can see that soul is having 8 primary qualities. They are permanent, they are eternal, they are essential qualities of the living beings. Matter has the attributes of eternal existence, causal efficiency, substancehood, objectivity, spatial extension, eternal persistence, inanimate quality, and materiality. So these are confined to matter, especially which they are especially the last two, including the 6 common, are found in matter, and they are always available in all the different forms of matter. Now we are coming to the main substance, which is called soul, though all are main, but so far as Jainism is concerned, it is more into the discussion of living beings of soul. And since it is a non-material, non-physical, not accessible to our physical senses, so there is always doubt about the existence of the soul. So often, and then one question is asked about the soul, that whether the soul exists or not. And we have so many arguments to prove the existence of soul. The first statement is, argument is that we say many times that I have done, I am doing, or I will do. So this kind of statements are not done by the physical body or any material objects. It indicates that there should be some different substance which is making this kind of statements. So these statements prove that there should be some conscious element which may be found in different physical bodies, but they are separate from the bodies, and they are making such kind of statements that I'm doing this, or I will do this, or I have done this. So all these kind of statements are possible by some conscious element and not by unconscious or non-living elements. Who accept the soul has the doubt. The fact of your doubting is itself indicative of soul. So if we have doubt about the existence of souls, then who is doubting? Doubt is not made by any body, material body or material object, and the doubt itself proves the existence of the doubter, and that is soul. Soul is directly known as known because of its many attributes like memory, awareness, reasoning, knowledge, cognition, perceptions, etc. So this kind of attributes are proving that we have some kind of such conscious element in us, and that is having all these kind of qualities or properties or functions. Though the materialist scientists, they are saying that these are the neural functions, they are functions of our brain, and brain is material, so all these functions are also material by nature and not having any kind of conscious substance behind them. But we have to understand that brain is part of our body, and body is material, and the scientists themselves say that no atom, no molecule have any kind of knowledge, or you can say intelligence. So it shows that the knowledge or experience cannot be the part of, cannot be the function of the matter or brain. It must have some different type of substance which is regulating all these functions. So experiences like I am happy, I am sad, etc. are made by soul, not by body. So we say many times that I am good, I am okay, I am happy, I am sad, I have some problems, or I am quite okay. So all these statements cannot be done by body or any material object. You have so many material stuff in your house. Have you seen speaking them that they are having such kind of experiences about themselves, that they are happy or unhappy? Soul is known by attributes like intelligence, awareness, etc. These attributes cannot be of the material body, since the body is visible and physical, whereas intelligence and other attributes are invisible and non-physical. So these invisible non-physical qualities prove that there should be some other substance which is invisible and non-physical and at the same time conscious. There must be an authority owning the body and sense organs, like owning a house. And this is also one of the arguments that who is owner of this body? Who says that this is my body? So if we say that it is my body, or I have some problem in my body, so these kind of statements are being done by some conscious element which is separate from the physical body. Sense organs and emotions have the relationship of a raw material and a product. Soul is required to produce emotions through senses. So we have also emotions, and these emotions are also being generated by soul itself and not by senses. Senses can be the means, the instruments. They perceive the external world, and when we see the external world, we react or act according to our perception or sense data which we are receiving through our senses. But it doesn't mean that the senses are producing emotions in us. Senses can provide only the sense data or external images, but to react on those images or on those data, we need some conscious element. So this is what we have to understand, that always there are some conscious elements. Many people believe that only matter can produce a new article, and therefore soul is a product of matter. This is not correct. A dead body made of matter does not possess intelligence. Intelligence is the attribute of soul and not of matter. Hence, an intelligent soul cannot emerge from matter. So this is the view of the materialistic scientists. The materialistic scientists, they think that the consciousness, or what we say neural intelligence, or all the cognitive behavior, they are being regulated by our brain, and that's why they are neural function and material by nature. But it is not the truth. So with this I conclude my discussion, that in this lecture we have learned about the 6 substances and their primary qualities, 10 types of primary qualities, which are essential qualities and universal qualities of the substances. We have also seen modes, that there are 2 types of modes, manifested and unmanifested. And what is mode and what is quality and what is substance, we have discussed so far in this particular discussion. If somebody has any questions, they can ask, or they can raise also after the discussion through email and WhatsApp group. Might be you all have joined the WhatsApp group. We have sent invite you for joining the WhatsApp group. So now I'm unmuting all the participants. If somebody has any question, they can raise. So I have unmuted. Anybody has any question? You can unmute yourself and can ask. You are Hemant bhai, you are muted. You are muted. Please unmute yourself. Your speaker is not on. Okay. Okay, so Mahendra Dholakia ji, if you want to ask anything, please unmute yourself. Oh, what happened? Oh, there is, sorry. There is mistake from my side.
Yeah. I got.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Uh, what I have observed that wherever in any substance there is oxygen O, it is living. For example, H2O is
Yes.
water.
Correct.
So that is uh, in whatever may be the composition, chemical composition of the substance. Whenever there is oxygen O,
Mm-hmm.
it is that right?
So, as what I would like to say in reply is that according to Jainism, this whole material world is originally the live substances. They come into this non-living form after manufacturing process or after taking out from their original root. So you may be true in that sense, but it doesn't mean that all six substances are having consciousness or they are living or they are soul. Especially time, space, the medium of motion and the medium of rest and matter, they all are devoid of consciousness. But if those five elements or any material stuff which we are able to see, they are coming from some live sources. Clear? They were the what we say, they were the bodies of the earthly living beings or water bodied living beings or air bodied living beings or fire bodied living beings, or they are coming from some plants or some creatures. So in that sense you can say that they have such kind of a chemical what we say nature, in which you can say that they are taking some oxygen when they were alive. Actually they were connected with their life supportive systems. At that
Hmm.
time they were having such kind of a nature, but
Yeah.
after manufacturing or after process they become dead, and after you cannot find any consciousness or any life in those elements.
Yeah, and not in other substances,
Hmm.
but in non-living substances,
Correct.
uh, the what we observe is in tree there is a life. Even if we go deep down on earth,
Correct.
so those says it is living because
Correct.
the coal forms diamond, changes into diamond.
Correct. So you know that Jainism believes in six types of living beings: earth-bodied living beings, water-bodied living beings, air-bodied living beings, fire-bodied living beings, plants, and all different creatures, including human beings or hellish beings or heavenly beings or liberated beings. Okay, so in that sense you are true, because these material stuff which we are doing study or we are studying, they are all are coming from some live sources.
Yeah,
Okay, so originally they were having life actually.
yeah,
This is the reason
Family,
in the Jain scripture it is said that whatever we are perceiving in this physical world, either they are living beings or they are the bodies which have been left by the living beings.
yeah.
Correct. Hemant bhai.
So, Shamliji, you said that there is no transformation. That means soul cannot be transformed into a matter and matter cannot be transformed into a soul. Then how does this hold, your statement you made?
Okay. So, yeah, see, the fundamental nature or the essential nature is never been lost by any substance. In that sense, that living cannot be non living and non living cannot be living. They can influence each other to some extent, but it doesn't mean that they are changing the essential nature of the things. Soul never becomes matter, okay, no, or non-living. Soul remains always live, always living, in spite of undergoing so many deaths, okay. It never loses its consciousness. If it is in the earthly body, it also works in that body. It knows, it experiences, it feels pain, pleasure, which is inflicted, clear, by someone. So consciousness is always found in whether the living being is in earth or in water form or in air form or in any other form. So the essential qualities are always there in these substances, and that's why they are always same in different forms. Development may be at different levels. We are humans, we are more developed, the animals are not that much developed. Other insects or microbes, they are not developed to the extent the human beings are. But it doesn't mean that they have no consciousness or they are not soul. They are soul.
Thank you.
Any other?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am,
Yes.
uh, yeah, in is Dharmasti sky is magnetic field?
I don't think so, because magnetic force or magnetic field is created by some material body, is it?
Yeah.
Yes. So it is not material, it is a non material, it is inaccessible to our senses, or it cannot be detected even through any sophisticated instrument of modern science.
Okay.
Okay, it is very neutral and invisible and coextensive of cosmic space.
Okay. And
Yes.
ma'am, uh, 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 consciousness is as the shape of body. My body shape is equal to consciousness. They coexist, right?
Yes. Consciousness takes the shape of the body.
Shape of the body.
Yes.
So in the whole body there is consciousness.
Correct.
Suppose leg is not working, not I lose my sense or in one leg,
Mm-hmm.
and I if there is pain in my body, blood oozes, I don't realize, right?
Mm-hmm.
So consciousness in that leg.
You can say that the nerve, which is which was capable to carry on the conscious element, or that has become inert. Okay, that has lost the power of what we say carry on the conscious energy, and that's why
Yeah, yeah.
you have lost the sense. But the soul is present in throughout the body, but the nerve is not capable to manifest it or to help it to function in its own way. So in that sense, you can say it is nerve which is not a proper carrier, which is not working as a proper carrier of consciousness. That's why you are not feeling, or you have no consciousness in that particular, you have no what we are feeling in that particular part. But
So you,
as long you are alive, the soul is present throughout the body.
yeah. But it means you say that now is the carrying now carries consciousness.
See, I am saying that the particular part of body is not capable to carry the conscious power. Okay,
Yeah.
it is not receiving or working according to the conscious power, so it is lacking in that sense. Okay, but yeah, the whole body or that particular part in which the bones are also there, only nerves are dead. There are sensory nerves and there are motor nerves. Is it? So motor nerves are working, but the sensory nerves are not working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Clear? So it means that both functions are being regulated by consciousness, by our soul. All
Oh,
other function, blood circulation is going on, or the respiration is going on. So oxygen is spreading throughout the body. So all these functions, other functions are going on. It means they are being regulated by the soul. Okay, only the sensory nerves are dead, so you are not experiencing, or you are not having the sense.
yes. So that is there is consciousness, but I lose the sensation.
Correct. This is what we say, that we are in this particular form of existence, or in our mundane state, or in the state in which we are able to get knowledge through our senses. And among the all five senses, the skin is also one sense. Okay, that is touch sense. So it is not
Yeah,
working, but all other senses are working.
yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes. Any other question?
I don't have a question, but a clarification perhaps. So, it's a good thing that you have a consciousness and manifestation of consciousness is through senses, right?
Correct.
Then, Shamniji, why do we always have the fear of dying? Why do we manifest this type of thing when we know that the soul is eternal?
It is because of our attachment to this worldly existence, to our family, to our belongings, properties. Okay, so and we are not clear that what would happen in the next lives. We are very much sure that we are having very comfortable life in this particular time. So we are attached to these particular things and not thinking about the soul's nature, that it is eternal, it never goes to extinct. So we should not be worried of time. If death comes, we have to face it with all braveness. And that's why there is the concept of santara, that you have to be very much detached from this material world or body when the time comes.
Vandame Naman Swami Samariji.
Yes, Vijay Bhai.
This relates to which you'll cover in future sessions. What is the purpose of life?
Yes.
Exactly. Deep stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, Aman Sami Samniji, I just want to make one comment.
Yes.
Himant Bhai and the other questions. The soul does not exist without a body, except when it is liberated, right? It always needs a body to manifest itself, except when it becomes siddha or liberated. So some of these the clarifications or answers can come from this fact that it always exists in a body, right, Samniji?
Yes, it is true. But just when someone is having time, why he is afraid or she is afraid? Because of the attachment to the body. Because,
That's right.
and mostly people understand that it is body which we are. Okay?
That's right.
They think that, oh, we are losing our own existence. So thank you.
Vandam Samiji.
Yes.
Just a clarification about consciousness. So when we go for an operation and they put us under the anesthesia, how does that correlate to our consciousness, or suppose we go into a coma, but
Yes. So
conscious
the
there, or
yes, the answer is the same. I have said that your when by anesthesia, what happens? Your sensory nerves are what we say freezed to sense anything from outside. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have no consciousness. You have, but your sensory nerves are blocked to get any external stimulation. So until you get the external stimulation, you cannot say anything, or you cannot experience anything, or you cannot have any kind of feeling of pain or pleasure. Clear? So we are getting all the sense data through our senses. And if the senses are blocked or freezed, then you cannot experience that kind of thing. But it doesn't mean that you have no consciousness. After certain time, you revive, you come back to conscious state, no?
Exactly, it's temporary.
Yes, it is temporary. It is the time for time being. So it dates, or you can say it makes your sensory nerves inactive. Caught?
yeah,
Yes.
got it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now time is up already. And I will send the video lecture again if somebody wants to listen it or somebody has missed it. And the quiz you can take in this week, especially after due date, on time it will be closed. So it is not necessary for all the senior persons who are of 60 or above 60, but those who are under 60, they are supposed to take at least the quiz so that we can see that they are learning something from the course.
Samani, can you post your PowerPoint? Because I did not see your PowerPoint for your very first class last week.
Okay.
It is a part of the video, but video is covering some of the sections, the way it was
Yes. Yeah.
captured.
Okay.
So would you
Yeah.
be able to post that as a
Yes. Yes.
separate so we can go through this, because it's a great summary of the paper you posted, which I read. It's a very tough, when you read first time, you have to read again, and then you have to read again. But with your summary, I think what it does, it makes it very clear, okay, that how you're referencing the subject matter.
Okay, so you can just send me the email. Might be I have an email,
Okay.
email ID,
Okay.
but as a reminder, and I will send you.
Very good.
Okay, thank you. So all have come. Lalit, you are taking the course.
Yes. I'm sorry I was late today, but I had many queries, but I'll ask in the next session.
Yes, you can ask some questions through email also.
I will do that. I will do that.